A keychain is arguably one item that we carry the most. But today, it's not just for chaining multiple keys together. There's a number of tiny gadgets that could be attached to it, and they range from being useful to life-saving. We've curated some of the best keychain gadgets you can buy today. So, let's get started. A long password alone won't make your online account safe. You need a two-factor authentication to make a hacking event less likely. But not everyone is a fan of the method. You may need to pick up the phone, read the SMS that tells the code before entering the code to the login form. That's too much hassle for a simple login. YubiKey 5 is here to make the process easier and faster. This tiny device acts as a security key for your online accounts, therefore eliminating the need for the traditional two-factor authentication method. Just plug the key into your computer and tap the button. You will be logged in a second. Don't worry, YubiKey isn't only for a computer and a laptop. The security device has a built-in NFC, so it can be used to log in securely on your smartphone. While YubiKey is intended to make you log in to Instagram faster, the next gadget is doing the opposite, but for a good reason. Many of us unconsciously spend hours every day scrolling around social media, and due to its addictive nature, it's very difficult to stop. After all, these apps are designed to keep you hooked so they can profit from your attention. Unpluq Tag is an innovative NFC key that can be a great choice to cure mindless scrolling addiction. By tapping your phone to the Unpluq Tag, it will block access and notifications to apps that are deemed non-productive. Apps like social media, news, and video games will be locked, and the only way to open them is by tapping the NFC tag again. It's essentially a gatekeeper that prevents you from opening these apps at the time when you are expected to be productive. Remember, every barrier changes behavior. The harder it is to open, the less likely you will open it, and Unpluq Tag is here to keep you away from distractions and help you become more productive. But being productive alone isn't enough to achieve your success. You might want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Keyport, in collaboration with Popl, introduced an NFC tag that can snuggle nicely in any of Keyport's key holder or pretty much any keychain. This tag contains a link to an online page about your professional and contact information. No need to reach to your bag and hand over a traditional business card. Just tap the key to a phone and the page will open in a second. If the phone doesn't have a built-in NFC reader, a QR code print is also available to access with the smartphone camera. This system is a perfect replacement to a bulky stack of business cards that may get trashed minutes after you hand them over. Besides, with this device, you no longer have to buy more cards to connect with more people, which may save you money and good for the environment. While saving money is a good idea, keeping your stuff from being lost is always a better measure. Sometimes your keys may slip somewhere in your room, and it could take ages to find that tiny medal. If you don't want to suffer from that problem ever again, the TileMate tracker will keep your keys on the radar. This small tracker uses Bluetooth technology to pinpoint its location accurately. Just open up your phone, and a dedicated app will tell you where to find the lost item. With the latest Bluetooth version, the tracker can operate for years while providing a wider coverage of up to 76 meters, more than enough to cover a big house. On top of that, it's not GPS, so you won't be subjected to a pricey mobile network subscription. Just attach TileMate to your keys and you never have to worry of losing them. However, if you have plenty of keys, you might want to keep them organized. Carrying a lot of keys may introduce its own problems. It's bulky and noisy, and finding the right key isn't so simple. For that, you need a key holder that can hold them together in a compact space while still easy to access. The KeySmart Pro is definitely a must-have key holder you can carry around with no hassle. It has a characteristic of the classic Swiss Army knife, so picking the right key is a piece of cake. But the gizmo has something more to offer. Just like TileMate, KeySmart Pro comes with the same Bluetooth tracker, which will come in handy in case you lose it. In addition to that, the device has a tiny flashlight that can illuminate the keyhole to operate when the room is dark. While both TileMate and KeySmart Pro lets you find the key if it is in close proximity, the next product ensures coverage on almost every location on Earth. It's been proven time and time again that Apple AirTag is a great tracking device with qualities akin to a much more expensive GPS tracker. Now, AirTag in itself cannot be hooked to your keychain. That's why we recommend Raptic Link. It's essentially a carabiner featuring a 3-digit code combination to open. Theoretically, it could be used as a lock to valuable items like a bag, suitcase, and your keys. Then, with the help of AirTag, you can quickly find your lost belongings anywhere from around the world. Although we have to point out that AirTag is currently exclusive to iPhone users, the next gadget should satisfy both iPhone and Android owners. The world is currently divided by the Lightning and USB Type-C ports. But it is actually more than that, because the USB connectors come with many other variants that are still being used today. In an attempt to unite them all, inCharge X is bringing USB-A, USB-C, micro USB, and Lightning connectors under the same umbrella. The Swiss Army knife cable ensures you will always have the means to connect various devices, even from different manufacturers. To complement its versatility, inCharge X offers data transfer and superbly fast charging of up to 100 watts, filling up your phone in minutes. And finally, the cable is shielded by braided copper wires and nylon reinforcement on the outside to make it super durable. But these properties aren't exactly useful if you can't see the port. Sometimes we may get stuck in a dark environment and light is desperately needed. A regular keychain flashlight might help, but it's also as useless if you can't find the flashlight first. RovyVon A5 is a tiny flashlight with an outer shell made of phosphorus material, meaning it can absorb photon and emit it back in low-light environment. In other words, glow in the dark. There's no need to reach for a button. This characteristic occurs naturally when the light is off, so it's becoming a beacon that is easy to spot. While many similar flashlights are powered by a stack of replaceable batteries, A5 surprisingly comes with a more sustainable approach by utilizing a rechargeable battery that can be filled up by a USB Type-C cable. The flashlight itself is equipped with various lighting settings, which makes it versatile for a number of use cases. You may use it to light up the room, illuminate a narrow gap, helping you with repair or a DIY project. Its red light is also extremely useful to send signals for camping or hiking in an emergency. If outdoor adventure is your passion, you must closely watch the temperature to prevent your body from suffering hypothermia or heat stroke. Too hot or too cold is bad for the body, but everybody has different levels of tolerance when subjected to temperature changes. While 30 degrees Celsius might be a pleasant day for people in India, the same temperature could be fatal for someone who spent their entire life in the UK. That's why it's important to set the maximum and minimum limit your body can endure. Govee Hygrometer is a keychain that constantly evaluates the humidity and temperature of the air surrounding it and provides you with real-time data. The device works wirelessly and transmits the necessary information right to your phone. What makes it very helpful is the ability to automatically send an alert once the temperature exceeds the range. That way, you can immediately react to the temperature changes and prevent yourself from the worst that could happen. But if the worst happens, you better be prepared with the information that'll save your life, and that brings us to the last product. In the hope of increasing the chance of surviving and helping medical personnel in a pickle situation, ID Keychain has a brilliant yet simple idea. It's a metal tag with a printed QR code that, when scanned, will reveal a page that contains medical information about you. This page is customizable, and you may add something like your blood type, medications, close contacts, and many more. With this information, the first helper will have a better idea on how to handle your situation best, which consequently increases the chance of surviving. What's very interesting is ID doesn't require a recurring subscription, and the page will always be accessible forever. Ultimately, it's a one-time investment that you will appreciate in the long run. So that marks the end of the video. We hope you found this video informative and inspiring. Be sure to check the links in the video description for the best price. If you like our curation, please consider subscribing, and as always, thank you so much for watching.